friends, and welcome to Wacky Wednesday. Today I'm doing my video a little bit differently, so I'm going to have one video for TOK and one for college credit. So it just gives a little more detail as to what we're doing in each of those courses, a little more specific to where we're going. So anyway, I hope you have a fantastic Wednesday, and I hope you enjoy the next part of the video. All right, thanks. All right, hi there, college credit students. Today I just wanted to take a little bit of time. I know this video is going to look a little different, but I wanted to take a little bit of time to talk about where we're headed for the rest of the semester. Obviously, we don't have a lot of class days left, and I am currently in the middle of grading your research papers. So the last unit, if you will, here deals with visual argumentation. And so what I've devised here, I've come up with two different options. And as it says here on today's date, Wednesday, April 22nd, you're going to choose either option A, which is right here, or you're going to choose option B. Both will be worth the same amount of points in the grade book. So as far as grading wise, they're both equal, but I'll let you decide which one you are interested in doing. So option A is creating an infographic, and it's creating an infographic over your research paper. So maybe you are really into your topic and you feel like you would really like to get that information out to more people. So you've done the research and you feel like more people need to be aware. I think the infographic is a great option for that. So when you click on the research paper infographic and scoring guide, it's going to take you to this document. At the top, for the rationale, it says, words are not the only, nor necessarily always the best means of argumentation. In daily life, we are more likely to read posters in hallways or memes on Twitter, at least for me, than we are to read a research article. With this in mind, our next project will require you to transform a research paper into infographic form. Fixing that, sorry. So here's the scoring guide. And the scoring guide just goes through each of the required elements. The first one says the infographic includes powerful and concise central claim. This means in some way, shape, or form you're going to convey your thesis statement, whether that's as the title of your infographic or perhaps just a little blurb from your thesis. I'm going to guess on an infographic you probably won't type out your entire thesis statement. You'll want it in shortened form. The next item it asks for, it says infographic includes relevant and persuasive supporting evidence with footnotes to citations. And I can show you how to do footnotes if you have questions about that. It says the infographic features colors, typography, and images that enhance the argument's persuasiveness. And then you're going to provide a written justification, probably just a paragraph in length, that offers your rationale and support for your choices in your infographic. So for example, why did you choose this color for your typography versus another color? Why did you choose this visual, this picture, instead of something else? So it's just a paragraph explaining why you put in the items that you put in. And then as you come down here, here's the grade breakdown. It says this should say a 12-point. Formative assignment, 12 points would be 100%, 11 points 93, 10 points 83, so on and so forth. So as a formative assignment, this goes in the same portion of the gradebook as your reader responses. For most students, most people do not score under an 11. So for most students, this is a grade raiser for most people. Again, it does require time and effort, though, and it does require you going back through, finding the major information that you included in your paper that you feel like is important, you know, as opposed to me sitting down and reading your entire 6, 7, 8-page research paper. What are the main things that you feel like you need to put on an infographic so people understand what your topic is about and so that they are inspired to make a change? Okay, so that is, let me go back to this part. That's the basically the details in the scoring guide. Here, when you click on resources, I have given you way too many resources, but I didn't know how much you know or don't know about making an infographic. And so as you look through here, tons and tons of hyperlinks, information, like I said, how to footnote, how to cite online images. This is the #1 question that I get, so I made that a whole little thing down here at the bottom. At a minimum, though, I would go ahead and watch at least this video here, how to create an infographic part 1, what makes a good infographic. Just a little, it's just some details about what you should and should not put on an infographic, how an infographic should flow, should follow some sort of order. So I think that video is pretty good. Now, if you have never done an infographic and you need a little more help, please take some time to watch some of these other videos. And you can go through Google Slides on how to make an infographic. There are lots of examples here. You can see example text sets. But like I said, the biggest thing down here at the bottom, how to footnote. Okay, so then when I come back to the calendar, I did go ahead and I did make a template in case you would like to do this, and it just says click here, file, excuse me, make a copy and place in your shared folder. So I'm going to click on that template. Okay, in this template you can literally go in and you can edit every single thing in this particular template. Now you'll notice this template is in Google Slides. The reason for that, and here's what I'm supposed to tell you, I will frame it like that. The district prefers that when we create infographics, that we do so on Google Slides. Listen, I'm well aware that there are other sites out there to help you make infographics. I'm supposed to tell you to use Google Slides. If you decide to use something else, that's totally up to you. But the district has not approved teachers to allow us to push those things out. So here's a template for your infographic using Google Slides. Again, if you decide to use something else, that's entirely up to you. Okay? All right, so that would be all of option A. Now I'm going to talk a little bit about option B. Option B is a project we used to do a long time ago. I'm probably talking 10 years or more, when I taught at Lee Summit North, and it's called the Senior Valedictory Project. I think it is a fun way to end the school year. I also think it's a lot of work, and so again, that's why I gave you the choice between the infographic over your research paper and the valedictory photo story or senior video. As it says at the top here, I'm just going to read through this. It says, valedictory is defined as a bidding farewell, suitable or designed for an occasion of leave-taking, as a valedictory oration, also a closing or farewell statement or address. It says, ready to say goodbye? Here's your chance. Your assignment is to compose a photo, story, or video covering several topics that will reveal you as you and how you have grown throughout your high school career. Regardless of how you feel about your high school experience, hopefully we can all concur that you wouldn't be the person you are right now without it. Now it's your turn to relate it as only you can. The purpose of this project is to create a piece of work that is organized in such a way that it makes an emotional impact upon the intended audience, to create an artifact that will accurately represent the writings of your life. Your audience could be your peers, could be teachers that you decide to show your video to, and or most importantly, your family, your guardians, the people you're living with. So you'll notice here, I probably should have opened this as a Google Doc, so it doesn't do that. It's got some weird formatting going on, sorry. Alright, so when I open it up, I want to talk a little bit about part 1. Part 1 says choose a minimum of 5 topics to write about. Each topic should be, and I just put approximately 1 page. Again, this is MLA format, so you got the 4-line heading, 12-point Times New Roman double-spaced font. Approximately a page. If you're a little under, a little over, it's totally fine. But I've just generated some questions here for you to choose from. And it says just choose 5. If you want to choose more, that's okay too. But so I've given you quite a few things to choose from. Just take a look. See if any of those stand out to you as something you can write about. Obviously, personal writing. And then part 2 is using pictures and video to create a senior video. It says add your favorite music in the background, add cool transitions. But make sure to include snippets of your writing from part 1 above. I encourage you to have fun with this project. It's supposed to be a reflective and fun look at where you have been throughout your experience. The scoring guide is located here, so I'm going to go ahead and click on that. As I said earlier, both projects, A or B, whether you choose the infographic or whether you choose the senior valedictory video here, worth the same amount of points. So at the top, the rationale again, it says words are not the only nor necessarily always the best means of communication. In daily life, we are more likely to read posters in hallways or memes on Twitter than we are to read a research article, and we are often more likely to watch a video than to read essays. With this in mind, our next project will require you to transform 5 shorter essays into a senior valedictory video. And then you can see the scoring guide components. The first thing we're looking for is that your video includes powerful and concise quotes from each of the essays. So maybe that's a couple words, maybe that's a whole sentence, but you should have at least one quote from each of the 5 essays. It says video includes relevant music with citations at the end. Okay, any music that you use, we absolutely have to cite at the end unless it is free music that you have gotten from somewhere. I know my Wii video that I use to create my daily communication videos does have free music, and so I don't cite that. Video features colors, typography, and images that enhance the video's message. Obviously, the writings that you did are about you, and so you should have pictures or images of you throughout your high school experience, or maybe even before, maybe growing up. And then obviously the 5 typed one-page essay in response to the prompts. Again, use standard grammar, spelling, MLA format. Of course, first person is okay. If you want to use slang because this is more personal writing, again, totally fine. And then as you scroll down, I just wanted to again reiterate it is worth the same amount of points in the grade book as option A, the infographic. And again, I have never had students score below these top 2 scores here. As long as you put in the time and the effort and you have a quality end product, meaning your 5 essays and your senior video, it should be something that raises your grade. Again, a formative assessment goes in the same category as the reader responses. So just something to consider there. Okay, so those are your options for A and B. Okay, those are both of those options. So now I just want to point out the amount of work time that we have left. So Wednesday, today, is a day to just kind of dig through, look through each of these items, figure out which one you're interested in doing. Then Friday the 24th will be a work day. Wednesday the 29th will be a work day. Friday, May 1st will be a work day. And then Wednesday, May 6th will be a work day. And then May 8th, seniors' last day, will be where we present them. And most likely we'll present them via a link inside of a Schoology discussion board. That way people can go in and click and they can view when they have time. All right, friends, that is what we have left for the rest of the semester. I again hope that everyone is staying healthy, everyone's doing well. Take some time this week or next just to shoot me an email, let me know how you're doing, or send me a text via Remind 101. I miss everyone. I'm thinking about you, and I hope that you have a wacky but wonderful Wednesday. All right, take care, friends.